All right, after Tears of the Sun, some of you suggested Clear and Present Danger, which is a scene, man, I haven't seen in a long time. But this is the Hornet airstrike scene from Clear and Present Danger, a 1994 movie starring Harrison Ford. So let's get right to it. I'll stop it as I go. If you're looking for the full scene without me talking, I'll leave a link in the description. But let's take a look without further ado. Nice monster truck.
Like it? You see this? That's your new target, unless it's not big enough.
All right, two-man team. Looks like they're lasing. Okay, what do we got here? A single F-18 with a centerline tank. Let's see. Hold on. Let's get closer. Okay. Single F-18, centerline tank, nothing on the wings. The wingtips, and one bomb, nothing on the right side. So I want to make fun of this because usually we wouldn't fly with an asymmetric load like that, or go out to a combat mission without any air-to-air self-defense weaponry at all. At least maybe a AIM-9 or something, and we'd definitely be symmetrical. But the 90s were a rough time for the military. So poverty Navy, maybe. Maybe it was just like, hey, we got to go do this close air support mission. Sir, we've only got one GBU-12. Well, we only need one GBU-12, so send it. I don't know. But yeah, that's an interesting loadout for sure, with just one bomb. And there's a better look at it right there. So one bomb, nothing, clean wings, nothing.
Variable, this is Easy Rhino. Do you copy? Over.
Okay, Easy Rhino. That's not how we do call signs. It usually would be like Rhino 11, for example, Rhino 21, Rhino 69. I don't know what Easy Rhino or whatever you just said. That's not it's not how we do call signs in either the Air Force or the Navy.
Loud and clear, Easy Rhino.
Easy Rhino.
That's a Raj.
That's a Raj. So he's lasing the pickup truck there.
Start the music.
Into attack.
Start the music. I wonder if during filming they actually made him nod his head. Like if he was nod his head and they're like, oh, we got good footage of that. So start the music. I mean, ALSA or 3-1, which is what it was back then. Not really calm. In call is correct. I mean, like I said, we talked about this in Tears of the Sun, but a cleared hot call would probably be more appropriate with some level of 9-line. But if they've already got the target, at least a cleared hot would probably be respectable. Okay, what do we got here? Holy crap. So this is a Hornet cockpit, and they got that right. This dude's having some problems. So this is a standby ADI or an ADI on the DDI here. See, it says standby. His airspeed is 48 knots, which actually means it's 0 knots because over here you can see his ground speed is 0. So that the airspeed indicator hasn't come alive yet. 3910 is his elevation. I'm guessing they filmed this in the simulator at Fallon because 3,900 feet is about the field elevation of Fallon. I don't know, maybe in the 90s they had a different base out there, but this is obviously some high altitude base that they're filming there. But so we'll look at all the things that are going wrong here. Right AMAD pressure, left AMAD pressure. So his airframe mounted gearbox, or his airframe mounted accessory drive is not functional. His canopy's open, his ladder's down, his flaps aren't working, he's in mech. Rudder's off, FCS is not working, his hides are off, the engine's not running. So he's not doing so hot on this attack axis here. And on the other side, he's 68 knots true airspeed, which would make sense at that altitude, and then 0 knots across the ground. So they at least got it right. I don't know why nobody said, hey, we probably shouldn't show a whole bunch of cautions that make it look like the airplane is not flying, because he's got a lot of stuff going on there. But so he's going to hit this button here.
Pickle top. Target is acquired and lift.
Okay, so none of those noises happen when you hit buttons in the Hornet. And he says, what does he say? Hold on. Let's listen to it again.
Pickle top. Target is acquired and lift.
Pickle is hot, target is acquired and lit. None of the buttons he did demonstrate that the target is acquired. So there's no way to know on an LGB other than by confirming through the targeting pod, which he doesn't even have one, which would be an AT FLIR, that you're actually looking at the same thing. Now, granted, he could just be a bomb truck where he just drops on coordinates and drops the LGB on the lays, but typically you'd want a targeting pod so you can confirm that you're looking at the right thing, that the systems match up, that you're not just going to randomly drop. We talked about the master arm in the Tears of the Sun. That's actually right here. So when he says the pickle is hot, well, this is actually what he needs to touch. But he goes to the SMS page. This is actually correct, 82LG. The only problem is this one doesn't exist because, you know, he only this one doesn't exist. Really interesting that they actually got this part mostly right, but yeah, I mean, they could have just flipped. I mean, it's in view. They could have just flipped up that. He needs to be in air-to-ground master mode.
Coming down.
I don't know why he lit the blower. I don't know why. And you know, also, you can tell he's in a sim. Right here, you would have your leg garter in the Hornet. So you got two leg garters, one over the top of your boot and one over your thigh, and that's what helps keep your limbs from flailing and retracts you in when you eject. And so, I mean, this is a weird looking G-suit, but I mean, okay. But yeah, he's not in an actual cockpit, which I don't think anybody expects him to. Don't have any idea why he hit the afterburner to do it, because they don't show anything. They're not like gonna show him lighting the blower. But they got the pickle button right. So that's that. I mean, I'm not gonna call it CGI. That's an overlay of something. So they obviously just filmed a clean, and that makes sense for what they did. They probably filmed a clean Hornet for the shots, and then they just post-production added the graphics after the fact and decided, well, it's too hard to put bombs on both sides. Let's just do one bomb, because that's all we need is one bomb.
Fernandez. Vega. Looks like a full house.
Fun fact, and I don't expect Hollywood to know this, that is not how a GBU-12 actually flies. Precision guided munitions are what's called bang bang guide. So the fins go full deflection to keep the laser spot within the field of view of the seeker. So it'll go bang down, bang up, bang down, and it kind of gives you this as it's going down to the target. It doesn't glide like a GBU-38 or a GBU-54 or whatever, because it's actually going bang, bang. It just goes full deflection up, full deflection down, full deflection up. That's why it can run out of energy depending on where you drop it. But yeah, it doesn't glide like that unless the fins fail. This part, I mean, through clouds, it's lost the spot. Clouds are a killer for laser guided bombs, so I know they probably added this, like this is going to be cool, but that bomb probably is not going to hit anything that they're trying to hit. Probably short is my guess, because it just lost the spot through the clouds. Or it never acquired it in the first place. You know, if that was an undercast layer, when it came off, it looked for the spot and then never found it and just dropped ballistically. So that, I mean, maybe that is right. Maybe the thing just is dropping ballistically and never actually found the laser spot. And we'll find it in game.
Sir.
There is no camera. This is... I say the same thing, by the way. There is no camera system on the seeker of a GBU-12, so there's no way to data link it, unless he's data linking his non-existent targeting pod off of the F-18 as he's watching it, which that didn't exist in the scene. It actually didn't even exist on the jet. And this thing must have had an ammo factory or a napalm factory underneath, because this thing made a huge explosion. Not too bad for Hollywood's sake, but still a pretty big explosion for a 500-pound bomb. So that's it. Short and sweet. There's not much to it. 1994, so it's a really old movie at this point. But yeah, they tried. That's all I'll say. They tried. It's always for entertainment, for fun. Although you can see that the issue people talked about in Tears of the Sun with the camera angle and stuff, they could have fixed it. I mean, they actually did fix it in this version to actually show the correct master arm, other than using the spin recovery switch like the Tears of the Sun guys did. But these guys just, I mean, they had every caution, warning. The DDI was full of them, but I understand what they did. I mean, for somebody who doesn't know what they're looking for, absolutely. I mean, that's actually a really fairly realistic scene relative to some other movies we've seen and kind of how other ones have done it. And you know, it's not a documentary, it's just a movie. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.